Hi, I'm Luke.
And I'm Carrie, and welcome to Utopia Clivias. Today we're going to demonstrate how and when to plant out your germinated seeds. We often get the question from our clients, when do we know that seeds that have germinated are ready to be planted out? Well, Luke is here today to show you.
So basically, our seeds need to get germinated in a closed container. These seeds need to be sterile and closed for up to two months. As soon as they've got a root, then they're good to go. Then we can replant them into a tray. And from the tray, they'll stand in the tray for about a year, and then they get repotted to a bigger pot.
Yeah, and we'll demonstrate that on another video. So what you need for today, you're going to need a special mix, and very important, your mixture needs to be sterile. So for this we use the same mixture as we use when we germinate our seeds. What we need is Superflora peat moss. We use the blocks and the bags that we mix. Then you add perlite or vermiculite and sterile filter sand, and then you get a nice loose friable mixture that is sterile, which is very, very important when growing seeds or seedlings. So the shock for the seeds, germinated seeds, to these trays won't be as bad because they're going to go into the same mixture. Then you also need the seed trays. We use the deep square seed trays because you'll see the roots are quite long. So you can't go into a shallow seed tray because this root needs space. And these ones we found work very, very well, and we can keep the seedlings in here up to about 18 months to 2 years old. And Luke, I'm going to, we also use a disinfectant or a fungicide spray. After we've put the seedlings over into that tray, we're going to use a disinfectant spray. And Luke uses just one of these little labels to poke a little hole to plant your seedling, because you don't want to break. The roots are very, very fragile, so you have to work very, very carefully. They're very delicate. So you'll make a little hole the length of this root and pop it in, and obviously it will be sitting just above the soil. That little seed stays on for at least 6 months to nearly a year, because it feeds off that little seed, the embryo that will fall off by itself.
Okay, so basically we need 7 to 8 rows in a tray. You can do it lengthwise, either way, doesn't matter. Obviously the first thing is its name, that's the most important. So basically you just have to take that little plant with its root, obviously be very careful, make a little hole, put the plant in, put the little seedling in, and that's basically it. And you just have to repeat the process, obviously not too close, and you just need to continue. It'll just be going like that until we fill this whole tray. See, some of the roots are much longer than the others, and that's all we're going to keep doing. Okay, so now that the seeds are planted, I need to spray them with a bit of fungicide and water just to kill anything that could be left over, and just to water them down.
And to stop any other funguses or diseases, which the small seedlings are very prone to.
So just to show the seeds that should be planted, and the seeds that are ready to be planted, and the seeds that aren't ready to be planted. Most of them have germinated, like this one there. You see it's got a leaf and this root that's down there. This one's only got a small little root and a leaf. Some haven't even germinated in the same tray. So those aren't ready yet. They should all look like these ones with a root and a nice long leaf, and then they'd be ready to be planted over into the seedling trays.
So once a week we put a bit of fungicide into the water, and we water the seedlings just lightly, so they are just kept slightly moist, not too wet. We grow them in an enclosed area with a roof over because we don't want this size seedling to get too much water, and we do get a lot of rain in the garden route, so this protects them from that rain. So we manually water by hand until they are nice and strong, maybe 2 leaves, and then they'll go out into the open houses under the shade cloths. We will also be picking out the bad seeds like Luke is doing there, so seedlings that are not growing strong or not growing well, or that might have a bit of mold or fungus, get picked out so they don't spread to the other seedlings. So you keep your eyes on your seedlings all the time.